All right, good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to start off by saying I hope everybody's having a positive day to their day so far, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, out spending time with your kids, your wife, significant other, however it goes, or just chilling. But I wanted to give you a brief on the setup that I use down at the Big Dam Bridge. I got a lot of friends that say that, they all they do is get snagged, get hung up, and everything like that. Well, I've come up with a way to not get snagged as much. If I do get snagged, I still have a high success rate of still reeling in my fish. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and just break this down. So I have 85-pound braid is my main line. So this is how I set it up. Show you step by step. Right here I got a 3-way swivel. So what I do is from my main line from my pole, I tie one end. Not just do regular fisherman's knot, nothing really special. You know, it works for me. So what I do, I tie this on first to my 3-way, get a good knot. See, he's not going anywhere, no slipping, nothing like that going on. Okay, so now, see, I have two ends of the swivel that are still free. So right here, as you see, I got Trilene 15-pound, and then my other line of choice, I have a 40-pound monofilament. And the difference is, or will be shown to you in the video. So I have a couple of pieces that I already got cut off just to kind of speed up the process and show you. Oh, one more thing. I got 6-ounce circle weight, pretty effective. And right here, my hooks of choice is the Gamakatsu 8-aught octopus circle hook. Works very well for me. Works very well. Holds that bait. You know what I mean? So, specifically, this is what I do. I take one of my lines, which is the 15-pound test, and I tie it to one end of the two that's left in the circle swivel, the 3-way swivel here. I give it a tie like that. This is my 15-pound, y'all. Okay, so let's get them tight. There. Okay. So now I have one end left on my 3-way swivel. So remember, I got my main line for my my pole to one. Now I have this 15-pound test on one. Now I tie on my 40-pound test on the other one that's free. So that's all 3 swivels are taken. So let's get them tied on and we'll carry on with the instructions here. Okay. Now I just take my scissors and cut these tag ends, snip them short. We don't want too much going on with those, so we'll get those tag ends snipped. I promise you, this setup will have you landing more fish. Probably more than you already have been landing, or if you've been getting hung up a lot, I promise you this is your fix. Okay. A little hot out here, y'all. But what I do now, let's get this situated, get everything free here. So with my 15-pound test, the lighter line, what I do is just tie another knot. I get a piece like this and I loop it. See that? That's the end, and this is the line. I just tie a knot like this. I go in there about 2 times and knot it. It's very simple, just knot it like that. So now, with my circle weight, see that loop on top of the circle weight? I go in 1 time. Go in like that. Open the hole. Open it and stick the weight in there. Bring it up. Now, boom. There you go. See, he's holding on. He won't come off. If you need to change your weight size, just to kind of depending on the flow of the water, just push it back through. See how that gets big? Boom. And there, he's off. So let's go back in. Can you guys see that? I'm sorry. Let's go back in. Around him. And now, okay. Set him down for a second. So, with my other line, my 40-pound test lead line, this is the line that I'm going to fight fish with. I want it to be a lot stronger than the line that has the weight in it, and you guys get the picture in just a moment. So what I do here is I take this cork, you know, thread the line through there, and it'll all come together as I get closer to ending this video. So just for right now, we just plug it back in there for now, so we don't have any movement, you know, it can't slide up and down the line. So now I get my hook. Just need one. And remember, this is a size 8/0 Gamakatsu octopus circle hook. So what we'll do is go in, we'll take this one in and go through the hoop, okay? Bring it down and up. Grab that loop with your hand up against the hoop. You see that loop right there? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go around it a few times. I prefer about 10, but we'll just go ahead and do about 5 or 6 so I can get on with the video. This is called a snail knot. So now with this end, what we want to do is, remember we had that hoop right here. We go through there 1 time. A nail getting in the way, y'all. And hold it. Now what you want to do is start sliding that line up. And what it does, creates a knot. See? Tighten that knot up. So now, we're fighting. This fish, you know what I mean? When I set the hook, he's not going nowhere. He's not snapping, it's not breaking, there's none of that. So now what I do is, I take my cork, take this back loose. I take the cork and I slide the hook. I want to give it about 3 inches away from the cork. And then I plug this back in to lock the line in so it doesn't slide. So now what I've done is, I've created the ultimate bottom reel. So when I throw this line out, this weight is on the bottom, of course. Now this cork, what it does, it floats the bait up off the bottom. You know what I mean? Floats the bait off the bottom. So look, so now in that current, that bait is in the water like this. It's not on the ground scrubbing, it's in the water like this. So more than likely, a fish will see it a lot better and quicker here than here, and this fish is just swimming around. Of course, you know, you might have something that he can smell and he gets to it pretty quick, but if it's up here, it's a lot better. The hook set, the quality of the hook set, I believe it's a lot better when the bait is suspended off the ground. See, the fish grab it. Now, so the next thing I want to explain to you guys is the reason this setup is so successful for me is, remember, I got this 15-pound test with the weight. I'm fighting my fish with this 40-pound line. You know what I mean? And of course, up top, I got my 80-pound braid. So we're not doing a lot of snapping. Fishes are not going to be breaking this stuff. But if your weight gets hung in the rocks and you have a fish on your you know, on the line here on your hook, now you're hung. So what happens is, since this line that has the weight is a lot lighter, if this gets hung in the rock, guess what? It snaps. Guess what? You still got your fish and the fight is still on. I'd rather lose a weight than a fish. So, if you guys find this helpful any kind of way, I know a lot of you probably already know about this setup, but I got a lot of people that don't. If you use this method and it works, feel free to let me know on my page, you know what I'm saying, that it was effective for you and it worked. And go to my YouTube, Kenny Fish-A-Lot, and like and subscribe, man, if you already haven't. And I appreciate you guys, you know what I'm saying, for getting in there with me and supporting me on my page, everything like that. So, like I said, if you find this useful, if it works for you, if you start catching more fish, man, share it with me, express it with me. Let me know. Hey, y'all have a blessed day.